Hey guys, welcome to Let's Play Risk of Rain. I'm Nye, and we are gonna do something. I don't know. I don't really feel like doing another sniper run. The last one was really good, but I need a break from the sniper. I don't really want to work on engineer. So let's do, we're gonna do a Merc run. Merc's considered to be just very good in general. He's an amazing character. And I'm not as good with him as I would like to be. So let's fix that. Dice. Not the best item. Certainly not the worst. Okay. We're gonna go explore. This is gonna be one of those runs where, where I want to kind of move fairly quickly. I don't want to be slow. You know, I want to move with decent speed. But I don't think there's going to be any problem with hanging around if I'm getting the items to support it. I don't know. Might change my mind on that. But it does depend on exactly what I get. Like, if I can get myself a, well, the knife isn't the item I was thinking of, certainly. If I can get myself a scepter, oh yeah. We will be doing really well. There is a tier 2 chest there, which you better believe I'm going to be going after just as soon as I have an option. But we're on the lookout for our teleporter here. Remember, we are playing on Monsoon, so the teleporter event does have a rather significant time attached to it. So I will be getting the money I need to do basically whatever I want. So let's do it. Magma Worm instantly. The Merc is amazing against Magma Worms. He's just so good. Like, he's just good in general. I mean, that's just something he does. He just... good stuff. I mean, look at this. We're playing on Monsoon, and there's, like, well, there we go. Okay, I finally took some damage. But there's almost no penalty for me just wading into a group of enemies and just going, bite me. Okay, now the penalties are starting up. So the game's like, oh, really? This is what you think, huh? Don't let me punish you for that. Yeah, it's fine. You do that. Just hit that guy. Ow, that was my face. Almost done. Well, with the worm, that is. But the worm is kind of the enemy that matters here. Other guys, I mean, if there's a lot of them, and there are, they kind of matter, but the worm was the one that was actually gonna be dealing significant damage. But now the worm is dead, long live the worm. And, we can just kind of do our thing. Whoops. Kinda fell. It's cool. As you can see, I don't worry too much about my progress here. Even though we were at like less than 25% HP earlier. Which was nuts. I'm actually gonna leave those guys alone. We're gonna go here, we're gonna go get all of our chests. Yes! Rusty Jetpack is amazing. Giving me a bigger vertical leap is gonna be absolutely fantastic, especially because who knows? I may actually be able to do the thing that I've never done as the Merc. We might actually fly during this run. It's pretty unlikely. It does require a lot more items than I anticipate getting. Leech Seed is fantastic. I don't anticipate getting all the items I need to fly, but it's a possibility. Like, it could happen. Not a very good possibility, but a possibility nonetheless. Give me something good. Monster Tooth is okay. HP regen is generally good. Toxic Centipede is great every time I touch an enemy. Well, when I touch an enemy while Toxic Centipede is active, one enemy will be infected with the Toxic Centipede and take damage over time for however long it is, 5-10 seconds. And then I'll regain Toxic Centipede back after a period of time, in which case I get to reinfect someone. Yeah, I didn't expect that to actually work. So from left to right, for those who are unaware, who are just joining, who have never played the game before, on the far left there we have Snake Eyes, which says that every time I fail to get a reward off of one of the random shrines that I've been using, I will increase the Snake Eyes amount, so I will increase the counter, and every dot on the counter gives me a 5% crit chance, which is kind of nice. So there is a reward no matter what, even if you fail to get something nice. So you can kind of see it's doing good stuff. Gonna hit this again. So next to Snake Eyes, you will see the knife. Knife does good things. Namely, chance upon hitting our enemies. Go in here. Okay, I can live with that. There's a chance upon hitting our enemies that we will cause a bleed effect. And the bleed effect's fairly large. Like, it's not a huge thing or anything, but it's a decent-sized effect. And we want to get that landing. Just notably, that doesn't stack. People say it does. I've never seen any evidence that it actually stacks. Not in proc chance, not in damage. Just doesn't freaking do it. I'm sorry. It doesn't. Next to our bleed effect, we have our lollipops, the Sticky Bomb. Sticky Bomb gives me a chance upon landing a hit that I will drop a Sticky Bomb on my opponent, and that will detonate after a small period of time, thus dealing damage to them and doing other wonderful things. Guess we're going to go explore to the left. Sticky Bombs are fairly powerful. I'm not sure off the top of my head if a stacked Sticky Bomb like I have now, I don't know if it does more damage or if it's a higher chance of proccing. If I had to make a guess, it's going to be more damage. Typically, the items stack for more damage. Next to Sticky Bomb, get the Guardian's Heart, which basically works like a Halo shield. Takes some damage, drops my shield instead of my HP, and after a set period of time, oh look, it's a Magmor. Come here, you. And then after a set period of time of not taking damage, my shield comes back. The shield is amazing because one of the things it loves doing is that if you have the shield and you take damage more than what the shield is worth, the shield will still soak everything for you. If you have a shield worth 60 and you were about to take 700 damage, the shield will still take the entire hit for you. It's kind of amazing. Oh, that's tempting. Very tempting now. I was getting more money out, etc. So then we got the Rusty Jetpack, which is the bread and butter of my build right now. Rusty Jetpack is an absolutely amazing item that says that it increases my jump height, and at the same time reduces the effect of gravity on me. So any effects that would cause gravity, or would cause me to ignore gravity. So let's just say one of the biggest ones is going to be the, I definitely want that right now. One of the biggest effects we're talking about right now is the bounce pads. Bounce pads send me up more than usual because I have Rusty Jetpack, which is helpful. But also notable is stuff like my little spin jump there. I get a better height off of it because I have reduced gravity bonus. So just cool effects in general. Let's see. Next to that, we have, of course, the Leech Seed, which is a standard lifesteal effect. It says that on hit with certain attacks, I will get HP back. That's about it. Monster Tooth simply says that when I take damage, or not take damage, when I kill an opponent, any opponent, I'll get some health back. Just in general. Where I talked about our infected worm, whatever it's called. I always forget the name of some of the stuff. Panic Mines is the next one over. Panic Mines is kind of a cool effect. Anytime I take, I think it's more than 10% of my health in damage, I will drop a Panic Mine, and the Panic Mine will do absolutely massive damage to any enemy that happens to set up. It's really good stuff that way. Kind of a fan of that item. Did really good stuff for me in the sniper playthrough last time. We also have Energy Cell, which I just picked up off of that worm. Energy Cell simply says that the lower my health goes, the higher my attack speed goes. The attack speed has a lot of uses, including speeding up animations for various attacks, letting you just do faster basic attacks, as the name would imply, and yeah. And lastly on the right, we also just picked up our Fire Shield. I take massive damage. Once again, usually characterized by about 10% of my health. Lovely, another sticky bomb. I will release a big fiery Nova Blast, which will deal damage. So good stuff. Crowbar says that the healthy enemies, I think it's about enemies with, I think it's like 80% to 100% or 7% to 100%. Against those enemies, I get a damage bonus. So basically, I get to hurt healthy enemies more, which is pretty nice. That tends to add up pretty well. I also have the Saw-Meringue, which I've used several times. You've kind of seen the effect. It fires out a saw that boomerangs back, and it deals damage upon contact to enemies. And then, of course, I do have my medical drone floating around, which just passively heals me anytime my health is low. That's what we got right now. So far, a pretty good build. We are on very hard. I'm going pretty well. We're averaging 6 minutes a level. I was going to say 4 minutes of level, then I realized I haven't beaten this one yet. We're averaging about 6 minutes a level, so about 2 difficulty increases per level. I do think, however, that I am keeping up with that pretty darn well, so I'm not particularly worried. We do have a bunch of drones available. Both those are going to be assault drones, which are the better class of attack drones over the just regular, I think I just called attack drones. Constant attack, stuff like that. And I, of course, have frequently said that I consider drones to be some of the best items in the game, especially when stacked on each other. So if I get the chance, I might very well start stacking some drones. But money is also going to be important to get items, because items are kind of needed in order to just maintain. So it's something to think about. Button. We're just gonna rip this Colossus a new one. I don't anticipate this thing is going to last for very long. It does have some friends that do shoot missiles, and missiles do just very, very large amounts of damage. So I am not at all a fan of that. That's it. Doing pretty good. That was a lot of damage to take all at once, though. So we're going to go over here for a bit. We are starting to get blighted enemies. Blighted enemies are effectively invisible until you do some sort of effect that would make them otherwise. And they do very, very large amounts of damage. If I remember correctly, the bonus damage for blighted enemies that they get 1,000% damage over what they usually do. Which adds up, believe you me. It adds up a lot. Can you die, please? Thank you! Harvester Scythe. Ooh, that's bad. Get that back, because I need my health back. Oh, that's awesome. Give me that. So Harvester Sight says that when I get a critical hit, those. This once. Wonderful. First aid kit gives me health back a couple seconds after I take damage. I don't want that. Moneybags over there simply says that its stated effect is different from its actual effect. Stated effect says that when you pop the item, all enemies on screen drop money, and that's not actually true. What it actually does is, while the effect is active, every time you hit any enemy with any skill, they drop 1 gold per hit. Which is still really good, but it's not what they were saying. And I already lost that drone. I am not willing to spend money on it again, not when there are actually items on the map that I can use. If I make enough money to pay for all the treasure chests plus get that guy, I will. This is going to be a really frightening section right here. Wow! That was a thing. Excellent. So yeah, Harvester Sight says that anytime I score a critical hit against an opponent, I will get healed just a little bit. I think... Now, I may be wrong. I may just be, like, seeing it. Whoa! That was... Wow. Must have been a blighted sand crab in there somewhere that I didn't see. Oh well. It was fun. See you guys next time.